Welcome to the Wednesday, November 25th, 2025, regular closed session meeting of the East Bay Mud Board of Directors.
Tuesday.
What did I say? Oh, it says Wednesday.
It says Wednesday.
I'm just reading the script.
I know. Thank you.
Now
for
you
reading
know
the
there's a script.
Yes.
That's because of Veterans Day. Director Lewis and Director Odie are absent and excused. Roll call, please, Madam Secretary.
Director Chan,
Here.
Director Gomez,
Here.
Director Katz.
Here.
Director Smith,
Present.
President Young.
I'm here. Okay, if there's members of the public online who wish to speak on agenda or non-agenda items, please use the raise your hand feature in Zoom at this point. Is there anybody online?
No online public comment.
Okay, I do have two blue cards. First, hear from Eric Larson. And you know the drill, so.
Good morning. Thank you, President Young, board members, general manager. My name is Eric Larson, President, AFSCME Local 444. Local 444 appreciates the movement seen on the part of management regarding our equity adjustment requests. At the consultation phase, we have seen Human Resources meaningfully incorporate some of our comparator agency data and class comparator concerns where poor classification matches needed to be addressed. However, we do have ongoing concerns about internal alignment for paving Raker B and C. Both classifications are required to have Class A licenses, be part of the DOT pool, operate backhoes, heavy equipment, and for the Raker C, safely operate a paving grinder, a quite large, complicated, highly technical, and highly specialized piece of equipment in narrow, tight residential streets, saving the district literally millions of dollars that would otherwise be spent contracting that work out. The maintenance specialist is also a highly skilled cross-trades classification that perform journey-level plant maintenance, mechanics, machining, heavy equipment operations, truck driving, welding, spraying, electrical, and instrumentation work that need to be fairly compensated. The next phase of our process is moving into the meet and confer phase of equity adjustment process, and we hope that the outcome of the meet and confer phase of equity adjustment process will yield a similarly engaging process with HR and management on those concerns. Thank you.
Thank you. Mike Morgan.
Good morning, President Young, General Manager Chan, and members of the board. My name is Mikey Morgan, and I'm the Chief Steward of Local 444, and I'm here to talk about equity adjustments for the closed session, Topic 1. The Select 444 classifications that have been requesting an equity adjustment didn't ask for an equity adjustment just because they thought it'd be nice, but rather they asked for it because they realize there are issues within their classification that need to be addressed before it becomes a catastrophic failure. The classifications in question are finding they are falling behind in the competitive job market due to the living wages needed to survive in an area. Due to the wages needed to survive in this area are skyrocketing, and other agencies ask for similar or lesser responsibility and are paying more wages than we are. The district has been telling us they want to be within 5% of median pay for the comparators in their classifications, but we test and demand our workers to perform at a top level. This is creating an issue at the recruitment and retention level. In the most recent response on the equity adjustments, majority of it is saying the classifications don't have this issue since there are only a handful of vacancies. But with the deeper dive in the analysis, you will find that staffing levels are shown to be mostly around 25 to 30% down. They also don't have an issue with recruitment is one of the positive, They also say they don't have an issue with recruitment if there is one positive recruitment in the works, but don't look back in the last set of recruitment data. Please, when going over the information about the equity adjustments on the table, ask the deep questions of management of what is really going on with these classifications. Ask why there are some classifications that are hard to find comparators, such as the paving rake or C, and why we have a change to the passing point for the civil service examinations, such as the heavy equipment mechanic, and what would happen if even just a handful of our hardworking employees decide the pay scale here just isn't enough to sustain a life, and even though they may enjoy working here and take pride in their skill, they still choose to relocate to other agencies. Please consider the real future impacts if we continue to brush off these issues. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, without further public comments, we will now convene to conference room 8 for the closed session agenda items 1 and 2, and we are scheduled to return here for our regular meeting at 1:15. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday, no, somebody corrected my notes. The Tuesday, November 25th, 2025, regular business meeting of the East Bay Mud Board of Directors. Roll call, please, Madam Secretary.
Director Chan?
Here.
Director Gomez?
Here.
Director Katz? Director Smith?
Present.
President Young?
I am here, and Director Lewis and Director Odie are absent and excused. Now join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we now have a change in board assignments. The 2025 proposed assignments for board committees, joint power authorities, and associations were included in agenda materials. The board will now consider appointing Director Lewis as Planning Committee Chair effective today. Are there any questions or comments from board members? Okay, we need a motion, though, right?
Yes.
We're not just a voice vote, so we need a motion.
Just to be sure she knows about this.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, 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 yes.
I move that we move forward with this board committee assignments.
Okay,
Okay, second.
moved by Director Gomez, seconded by Director Smith. All those in favor?
Can we have a roll call vote on this, please?
Sure.
Yes.
Madam Secretary, roll call vote, please.
Director Chan?
No.
Director Gomez?
Yes.
Director Katz?
Yes.
Director Smith?
Aye.
President Young?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, the committee assignments are as included in the packet. We will now present the Government Finance Officers Association Fiscal Year 2024, it's a long title, Certificate of Achievement Worthy for Excellence in Financial Reporting. General Manager Chan will tell us about the award, and I believe Director Katz will be presenting it.
Correct, yes. So for the 20th consecutive year, the district has received the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting Award from the Government Finance Officers Association for its annual comprehensive financial report. The report is evaluated by an impartial panel of judges to ensure it meets the high standards of the program, which includes demonstrating the spirit of transparency and full disclosure to clearly communicate its financial story and motivate potential users and user groups to read the report. The Certificate of Achievement is the highest form of recognition in the area of governmental accounting and financial reporting, and its attainment represents a significant accomplishment by the government and its management. The core team responsible for the final production of the report consists of Winston Shea, Yenny Coburn, Matt Hawk, and Johnny Wong, who are here today. These individuals demonstrate teamwork and integrity in financial reporting, which exemplifies the values of East Bay MUD. In addition to the core team, all the accounting staff and various staff throughout the district provided critical information to ensure a clean audit and an award-winning report. And then we have an award that Director Katz will present to.
Right up.
As a member of the Finance Committee, I know it's very important that we have this important financial reporting and your achievement of excellence for the district. And continuously, I see that we don't have the pin for 2024 yet, but we've had this for 2022 and 2023, and look forward to having this level of achievement for years to come. Thank you again.
Congratulations, folks. We have another announcement for those of you that have been enjoying what's been gracing our walls here on the second floor for the past few weeks. Thanks to the district's art committee, which was established in 1993, so quite some years ago, actually, and hosts 6 to 7 exhibitions per year featuring works by local emerging to mid-career artists. EBMUD has the unique opportunity to showcase works by these artists on our second floor gallery. The art committee has 6 members and a host of volunteer district employees known as Friends of the Art Committee. As earlier this year, we made a commitment to increase the visibility of the work that our artists are sharing with us, and I'm happy to announce that from here on out we will be, before they get up on the walls, announcing, or at least before the receptions happen, announcing the exhibits so that the public is more aware of what's happening. I believe we're also going to be doing more signage downstairs and looking for other ways to better publicize our art. But for this month, it is my pleasure to introduce Rose Sharon Oates, our current Oakland-based artist, who is also an EBMUD employee, I understand. No, not. Why did I think that? We have had district employees on exhibit. Not yet, okay. Whose exhibit, Elay, is currently on display on the second floor gallery through December 17th. Rose Sharon's exhibition was curated by Art Committee co-chair Charmin Baki, and has been well received by employees and outside visitors. And it is amazing if you have not looked very closely. Lots of nodding heads. I mean, this is really one of the finest, I think, the finest exhibits we've had in quite some time. Rose Sharon, would you come to the podium and share a little bit about yourself, what inspires your art, and the current body of work that you're sharing with us?
Is this where?
Yep, right here.
Is there?
Right in front of the computer monitor, but face. You are free to move around, but we won't be able to hear you unless
Okay.
you're
Can
speaking
everybody hear
into
me
the
okay?
mic. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much for having me come here to speak today. It's really an honor to have my work showcased here. So thank you, Charmin, and just thank you everybody that makes this happen for artists. I think it's so important right now to have things that lift our spirits and keep us focused on the things that bring us joy. That's definitely the role I see for art in all of its manifestations. The name Ile is a Yoruba word that means house, home. It can also mean your body or the earth. So I thought it was a really perfect name for a place that manages and hosts, the water system for all of us, which is so important. I have been a vendor here for the Black History Month celebration for the past 3 years. When I've been able to get here, there's been a couple things that have come up in my life. So please check out the work if you hadn't. Please spend time with it. It's very detailed. I use a wood burner, so I basically use a soldering iron to burn. I try to use as many natural and found materials as possible in my work, so that's a very important part of my process in learning to be a more earth-friendly and caring citizen. The last day of the exhibit is December 17th, so please, enjoy the show. Until then, I also am going to be leaving. I brought some archival quality prints for those of you that were like I want an original, but it's not in my budget right now. These are beautiful, small, 8 by 10, so they're perfect for however you celebrate the holidays, gifts, or for yourself. I'm going to leave those with Charmin until tomorrow. So, does anybody have any questions, or is my time up?
Do you use vegetable dyes, or what's for the coloration in your work? What do you use?
I don't use a lot of those. I do occasionally use some things like chlorophyll or beets, or natural oils, but mostly it's acrylics. Some of those pieces have gold leaf or copper leaf included, and some natural materials like broken glass from the street and cowrie shells. So there are beads. So there are some natural materials included
Great.
as well.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And I'll be visiting Charmin on my way out. And I just want to give a hand to the art committee for all the work that you're doing, and thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay, we have no announcements from closed session, so we will now move on to public comment. I have one card. Do we have any speakers online?
No.
Okay, no speakers online. I'm going to call Billy Trice Jr.
I have one hand online if you want to just take.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll do that. So Billy, come ahead forward. When prompted, please state your name and affiliation if applicable, and the topic that you'll be speaking on. Please don't provide personal information like your address or phone number. If we need that, we'll put you in touch with staff. And you have 3 minutes to speak, and there's a little timer up here on the monitor. I'm not sure where it shows up. And the secretary will track your time and let you know when your time is up.
Okay.
So please proceed.
Hello. My name is Billy Trice Jr. and I live in East Oakland on District 6. I'm a folk guitarist and an artist. And I've been trying to get to speak to y'all twice on Zoom, but for some unknown reason I couldn't get to, so I'm here in person. I was going to talk about in June about when y'all voted to raise the rates for the water. And I think that is not fair because there are some people who are fixed income cannot afford for the water rates. And I understand that if you want to have some project, try to put petition to get funds from Sacramento, and they will give you it. Now I know that it's not going to happen in the federal level because water is life. Because I think every year y'all keep raising the water rates up, and that's not right because people, it's bad enough the cost of living is going high, even though it's because of political reasons for it. I think water is a life. It nourishes the body, it nourishes the mind, it nourishes the people thinking of what they're doing. And some people are, like myself, trying to conserve. And I think when you keep on raising the rate, it does a disservice to the person. Just disservice because these customers, not all these customers here are well-to-do or finance or they are just ordinary people trying to get by, trying to use water for basic needs for that. So I hope y'all would think it not to keep on raising the rates, and someday you might want to think about lowering the rates, the water rates. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments. Okay, and then we have one speaker online.
We had a speaker online, but the hand went down.
Is there
give
somebody
them one
online for
moment.
public comment?
There it is. Up, the hand went down again. The hand went
Press
back up.
Donnell.
Okay. Donnell Ragsdale, you should be able to unmute your mic, and your 3 minutes start now.
Yes, hi. My name is Donnell Ragsdale, and board, thank you for giving me this time real quick to share with you. Our company basically is called Invoice Maps. Basically, I want to do is I want to introduce invoice maps and artificial intelligence powered solutions designed to automate and map municipal invoicing and delivering significant time savings and also delivering significant reduction in costs and better decision support for East Bay municipalities. Now we know this by today. Municipal finance teams process thousands of invoices annually, and they typically each invoice is manually entered into the as data entry. The process is very slow, it's expensive, and it's prone to errors. Each typical cost for an invoice is about $12 to $15 to process, and a single invoice is driven by labor overhead and process inefficiencies. The result of this is delayed payments, missed opportunities, and also less time for strategic work. And so the opportunity with Invoice Maps, which is AI-powered automation for invoice generation and interactive mapping, associated data, its name is Larry, and that's our AI, our artificial intelligence model software, and basically translates complex government data into concrete savings and actionable insights. Interactive maps connect property, parcel, and billing data in real time from official county, state, and databases. What it actually delivers, well, time and money savings, automated invoicing processing, reduces manual tariffs or tariffs, potential rate of return from labor costs, reductions, overhead savings, and fewer delays, greater accuracy, standardized data extraction and validation, reduce errors. Strategically, insights through mapping, interactive maps reveal parcel level, property level, and customer data tied to invoices. Real-time access to official sources improves accuracy and auditability. The security in it is built in, it's Harvard-trained security frame. Basically, it's called Frost, and it meets the top security standards, encryption and security data handling appropriate for public sector needs. What we're doing is we're looking to offer this. It's a free demo, no cost to any of you at all. And it's a 15-minute demo to actually show you how the software works and how we can actually help your water district save time and save money. Thank you.
Thank you. Our finance staff will be in touch if they are
Or maybe he can
interested.
provide his contact information to the secretary.
Yeah, please provide your contact information. You can do
Yeah.
it.
Yes, I can really quick. I'm so sorry. It's
No.
in-
Provide it by email to.
Okay.
S as in Sam, E as in Edward, C as in Charles, office at E as in Edward, B as in boy, M as in Mary, U as in umbrella, D as in dog.com, sec office at EBMUD.com.
secoffice@edmed.com.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we will now move on to committee reports. Due to some remote participation issues, the Finance Committee did not meet this morning, and a special meeting is scheduled for Monday, December 1st. We will hear, though, from an update from this morning's Sustainability Committee meeting. Director Smith.
Okay, thank you. The committee met this morning and received an update from the district's calendar year 2024 greenhouse gas inventory. And there were quite a few interesting topics in there. We had great feedback and participation from our committee members. Do either of you have something in specific you'd like to highlight?
It's going to come, some more information will come
Yeah.
back to us that we
Yeah.
requested in 2026 with more details, having to do with what recommendations we as a board may have for moving forward, what to do.
Yeah.
When we no longer can just simply decrease our greenhouse gases and we may have to purchase certain credits to make up for the difference.
Yeah. Okay, that
Okay.
does it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll now move on to the consent calendar, items 1 through 13. Is there any request to pull?
Yeah, President Young, if we can pull item
Oh,
9.
I'm sorry. Which item is it? that
Item
we-
9?
Item 9. So item 9 is being moved off the agenda for now. So items 1 through 8 and 10 through 13. Any other items that board members would like to pull for further discussion? Okay, seeing that, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Director Smith, seconded by Director Katz, to approve items 1 through 8 and 10 through 13. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstain? Passes unanimously. We will now move on to determination and discussion. This is agenda item 14 is our second reading and vote on amending the East BayMUD Employees Retirement System Ordinance Number 40. And we have a presentation by Valerie Weekly from our HR administrator.
Not quite a mass exodus. Is it not quite a mass
Ye-
exodus?
But, well, some days it's much more pronounced. Proceed.
Okay, we're here for the second reading of the proposed changes to the retirement system ordinance. We were first before the board on November 12th, and we are back to discuss Section 4A, which will extend the term for the 3 elected retirement board seats. Section 6 will adjust the contribution rates for classic plan members. Section 21 will update the mortality tables for 2025.
Valerie, would you like to advance the slide?
Thank you. Okay, Section 21 will update retroactively plans, the mortality tables for 2021, 2023, and 2024. Section 36 adds a new tier for the retiree health insurance benefit that was negotiated in July of 2025. And Section 41, the Secure Act 2.0 creates changes to the required distribution rules under the plan. So a little more information. Section 4A, this change was recommended by the retirement board. The retirement board, as you may know, includes 3 elected members, 2 active employees, and 1 retiree non-voting member. The current term is a 2-year term, and the board felt that a 4-year term would be a better fit considering the training necessary and the institutional knowledge gained by serving on the board. And this change will impact members elected after January 1 of 2026. For the most part, the terms will be 4 years, but there is a 3-year term for the retiree seat that is elected in 2026, just to get those elections off cycle, so we don't have 2 elections in the same year. Okay, Section 6, the contribution rates, we currently state them in the ordinance as 8.75 for classic members, but that 8.75 is really inclusive of both the pension contribution plus the HIB contribution. And this change really just pulls those two apart so that now the pension contribution for classic members will be 8.66% of pay, and the HIB contribution will be 0.09% of pay until 1/1 of 26, when it changes to the new contribution for the new plan tier.
Question, do we have to approve the change when that goes into, is this going to come back for another change to the contribution rate, in the last slide? When the HIB changes?
No, so I believe the language included a table, because at least the
Okay,
first
so it
few,
has-
yeah, the first few years were outlined in the language.
Okay.
Okay. The two changes to the mortality tables, the first of which is section 21G, and that is just updating the mortality tables for the 2025 changes adopted by the board or approved by the board. And then the second change is actually retroactive correction. When changes were made to the 2021 ordinance, there was in effect a typo wherein the mortality table stated for beneficiaries were changed in one location, but not in a second location. And that error kind of continued on for the 23 and the 24 versions of the ordinance. Our actuaries who calculate benefits did in fact use the correct mortality table, so there is no correction necessary for the calculation of benefits due to this update. Section 36. As you know, the board negotiated and approved a new tier to the HIB benefit that on July 8th, 2025, benefits are eligible for active members who retired on or after July 28th of 2025, or were vested and separated after July 28th of 2025. And some of the key changes, of course, include the escalator for the max benefit, the flat value, so the max benefit is no longer tied to the marital status of the employee or the retiree, and there is a new employee contribution. And then finally, we have the Secure Act 2.0 has implemented different required minimum distribution rules depending on when the individual turns certain ages. So these changes are just implementing what the Secure Act has required. Any questions? Okay,
So that's it?
thank you.
Thank you, Valerie. Oh,
Oh, and the next steps. We do have the board considers the vote to adopt the ordinance. The ordinance amendments must be placed in the newspaper once a week for 2 consecutive weeks. And then the adoption of the ordinance will take effect 30 days after the vote to adopt on December 25th of 2025.
okay. Next, we need to see if there's any, thank you. Unless there's questions, other questions. Any comments from the public?
No public comment.
Okay, then I need a motion and a second to approve agenda item number 14.
Move approval?
Second.
Moved by Director Katz, seconded by Director Chan. All those in favor? Aye. That was everybody. It's unanimous. We'll now move on to agenda item 15.
Yeah, at your places is the Speakers Bureau. That's all I have, and I wish the board and all the employees a happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Well,
Is that a question? No. Okay, if there are any other items for future consideration, please submit them to myself and General Manager Chan. We will now go to director comments. Who wants to start? None from Director Smith,
well, I mean,
besides Happy Thanksgiving, maybe?
no, attended the memorial for former Director Bill Patterson, and it was lovely. Food was good, but a lot of great folks had wonderful things to say about him, and it was very, very touching to me. So I'm glad that we got a chance to go. And happy Thanksgiving.
I would echo that sentiment of Director Smith. It was really heartwarming and beautiful to see the tributes to Director Patterson. And I did attend the Contra Costa County Special Districts Association meeting with Director Smith on November 17th. And yes, please, everybody have a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving and safe travels if you're going anywhere.
I'm going to go last. Director Chan, do you have any comments?
No.
Director Katz?
I'll reflect very briefly on my participation in COP 30, and it certainly weighs very heavily on all of us that will be affected, and for future generations that will be affected by climate change. I'm glad that the district is looking at the choice, because at all levels it is a choice whether or not we're going to take action that collectively can help avoid some of the worst consequences of climate change. And just being in an environment that was right at 92 degrees and high humidity, and realizing that that portion of the Amazon will not be habitable by humans in my lifetime. I think that is a very hard thing to understand until you really understand how how close to the limit of habitability and survival that the conditions are currently at. We have a lot to be thankful for in having a temperate climate here, but we're still subjected to extreme weather events. I was following the news of the atmospheric river around the same time that hit Los Angeles. And we know we're exposed to other increasing severity of droughts and wildfire. So I'm glad that we'll be looking at our resilience and mitigation efforts in the months to come, and I'm very, very supportive of those efforts, and we'll wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving, and see you all in a couple weeks.
Where was the conference?
Brazil.
I too was able to attend former Director Patterson's memorial service, and it was everything that Joey said. It was an opportunity to reflect on an amazing life and to really take a charge from that life on how to proceed. So I think for those of us that were able to attend, there was a little EBMUD contingent that included Director McIntosh and Director Linney both joined us. Lena Tam, who of course is now county supervisor, but former EBMUD staff person.
Katie Folks.
Oh, Katie Folks, Director Katie Folks was there as well. So there was a number of EBMUD staff, and I really, hats off, Mona, Andrea. I don't see, why am I blanking? Nelsie and, yes, and Yanad helped out with checking people in and making sure we had ample supplies of tissue and mints to get us through. Thank you for that. I also have a short statement to read regarding, well, I'll just read it. Concerns were raised earlier this year regarding my handling of the AAPI Heritage Month announcement on April 22nd and my departure during public comment on May 13th. Director Chan and members of the AAPI community shared that these actions felt disrespectful, marginalizing, and dismissive of her and of AAPI voices. I hear and acknowledge the seriousness of that experience. And although it was never my intention, I recognize that my actions, I'm happy to give you a verbal, printed. Although it was never my intention, I recognize that my actions contributed to that impact, and I am sorry for the harm that it caused, that was experienced. For clarity, the April 22nd item was not a resolution. It was our standard Heritage Month announcement prepared by staff, consistent with how East Bay MUD recognizes all affinity group Heritage Month celebrations and the associated events. Because of restrictions in place regarding Director Chan's ability to represent the district at that time, a staff member was initially assigned to read the announcement. As a result of the complaint that was filed following those incidents, mediation was offered and pursued in good faith in response to Director Chan's complaint. When that process did not move forward, the complaint proceeded under the process determined by our ethics policy 6.04. Acting Vice President Gomez fulfilled her responsibility to conduct a review and determined that the allegations of discrimination, retaliation, or interference with Director Chan's ability to raise concerns about district operations or financial matters were not supported by the record. East Bay MUD has a longstanding commitment to honoring Asian American and Pacific Islander communities. This includes the board's 2021 statement condemning anti-Asian hate, recognition of AAI-PI history and contributions during our 100th anniversary celebrations, the incorporation of this history into our presentations on the district's history, and permanent displays in the public areas of East Bay MUD headquarters. Under the leadership of General Manager Chan, the district has continued to deepen this work, and I remain committed to supporting it. My focus now is on strengthening communication, fostering respectful and constructive working relationships, and advancing East Bay MUD's mission to provide water and wastewater services that are safe, reliable, and affordable, and to act as responsible stewards of the environment and the natural resources entrusted to us. I hope this signals an ability to begin moving forward and recovering from where we have been. And with that, I want to also encourage and hope that each of you will be able to spend wonderful time with your families over the Thanksgiving holiday, and look forward to seeing you in December.
I will have a written response to that the next time we meet. Thank you.
And with that, our meeting is adjourned.